Welcome to the big one. Now, management of Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital has served notice to the general public that the Burns and Reconstructive Centre will be closed to the general public as a result of renovation works at the centre. A statement issued and signed by the head of public affairs, Mustafa Salifo, says other referral hospitals should take note and not refer patients to the facility. The statement, however, failed to give timelines for the temporary closure and when the centre is likely to be reopened. Mr. Mustafa Salifo is joining us on the telephone lines now. Good evening, sir, and we're grateful you joined us again. I know I spoke to you earlier on radio this evening to get to find out exactly what is expected in this closure. Your press statement, however, falls short of timelines. So tell me, what time exactly will the centre be shut down, and when is it likely to be reopened to the public?
We have a plan. We have a time schedule, and then we are looking at about 3 months to fix this, complete this renovation work.
Interesting. So let me clearly understand. You say renovation works, but we are hearing that it's a bit of renovation for the old structure and reconstruction or expansion of the existing facilities. Can you confirm and clarify to us so we have a better understanding?
Yes, as I explained to you in our earlier conversation, what is happening is that we have 2 works going on at the center now. The new building is being refurbished, and then the old building is also undergoing renovations. And then the works it involves plumbing works, it involves masonry works, it involves electrical works, and then it involves tiling, and so forth and so forth, and so on and so forth. So those are the works that we are looking at. And what is happening is that the place has a capacity of about 70 beds, and at any particular time we have to shut down about 25 beds. That's about a quarter of the about a third of the capacity of the place. So so that is why it's important for us to inform our colleagues and the general public that in view of the reduced capacity, before referrals are made, they have to consult with us before they transfer patients to the center.
I know the center is a very critical nerve center of the health delivery of this country, especially because it is a referral center also for burns across the country. So what are the volumes that you are expecting to come in now that the place is temporarily shut down, partially, I beg your pardon, shut down, and how are you expecting that these volumes of people or cases would get the necessary medical attention?
As I mentioned, the place has a bed capacity of around 70 beds, and at every particular time, within this period that we are looking at the renovation, 25 of the beds will not be available for use. So that is why we are encouraging people to call, and then so that we can discuss and then assess the cases before they are transferred to the center. But for the normal OPD cases, those are not affected because those are outpatient cases, and then they can come at the scheduled time that they are supposed to come for consultation. That is not affected. There are no cases that will be admitted. We are talking here about the elective cases and then the emergencies that will be coming.
So what about
we need to manage all of that so that the patients will not, the impact will not adversely affect our patients and clients.
So, Mr. Salifo, what about inpatient cases? I mean, those people who are presently admitted in your facility. What are you going to do? Are you going to move them to other facilities or what?
No, it's just we are still making, there are some of the cases that actually can only be managed at the center. So within the center, we make provision for any patient that is already on admission or if there's any emergency, we make provision for that. But we want that to be regulated. That is why we are insisting that if there's a need for any patient to be referred by any of our hospitals, they have to call, consult with us. There are some of the cases that we can actually, through telephonic consultations, tell them how they can manage until beds, we have beds available, and then can inform them to transfer the patients over to the center.
Right. Mr. Salifu, before I make you go, I know that the facility has had in the past financial challenges. I know also that your new structure was not functioning fully because you needed about 85,000 euros also to procure drugs and further equipment to enable it function fully. So I need to understand who is paying for this renovation or expansion works at the center.
I mean, your patient was right there when the National Petroleum Authority gave us some support. I think that was the latter part of last year, and then we also had GMPC also coming to provide some funds for the new building. So these are the two main agencies that are supporting the center to undertake these renovations and refurbishments.
Mr. Salifu, we're grateful for your time. Thank you very much for joining us. So you had Mustafa Salifu, who is the head of public affairs at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital.